silly. This is the bad thing about filming at night, guys. And get rest. It's so important. Rest is so important. So yeah, this is a 4,000 kg bag, 4,000 BB bag, which is pretty good. Like, it's double what I thought it was. However, like I did say, if you have an LMG, you will go through this. You definitely will go through this. They're from a company called Infinity. Like I said, 0.5s. They are do you know what? The things we should talk about quickly before I end this video. When buying BBs, you always want to look at what it says down here, because there's some companies that will just kind of like promote silly things like, oh, garnished. If the garnished isn't for performance reasons, you don't want that. Or varnished is the right word, not garnished, sorry. That's salad. But you see, tired brain. But yeah, you always want to look at things like precision, accuracy, because why am I gonna spend that bit more, or why am I gonna buy more than say 1,000 BBs from you just so I can test if I'm not getting my assurance? So always check them packets, because in the beginning I used to buy some cheap ass BBs, and you know the maddest thing is, cause they used to send me like 10,000 for such a cheap price. I was like, yeah man, it's a good idea. But since switching to these different brands that I've shown you on the channel, so please have a look, including this one, it's like I am actually winning games. I tend to, my shots, even with pistols, like I said, tend to be hitting a lot better. So yeah, spend your money wisely is the long and short of what I'm saying. Another thing, increase flight pattern. They're 2.5, so you tend to get that anyway. But companies that, if you want to say, work on precision BBs is what you're looking for, especially if you're playing games, especially skirmishes. You know what I'm saying? Plus, they extend the lifespan of your gearbox. This is something I've actually learned. I had another gun and that broke within like maybe about 6 weeks, even though it was a good price gun. And since I've had my gun, I've easily had this for like 3-4 months. Coming up, yeah, 3-4 months. I won't say 5 months yet, about 3-4 months, and no, not one problem. I haven't even had a damage because of quality BBs. So keep that in mind. Another thing I would say is don't like. Sometimes I have like a firing range in my room. At some point I will show you guys it so it makes a bit more sense what I'm talking about. And obviously, you know, because you have targets and you have target catchers, what will happen is you will catch some of these BBs and you want to recycle them. Be careful. Every time you catch them, go through them if you even have time. If not, just chuck them, because it's 4,000 like for a decent price. I think on their website they're selling them for, this supplier was selling 4,000 for 12.50. That is a bargain. You see, if you go to an Airsoft site and buy this will probably be, the least I've seen this for is probably about 17-18 pounds. If you're lucky, sometimes they'll be on offer because they're stuck on them. And I think I spent one time about 14-15 pounds, 14, maybe 13, between 13 and 15 pounds on them. And don't get me wrong, it's worth it because this will last your whole day depending on what gun you have. So that's affordable, bro. Do you kind of get what I'm saying? But what I will say is 12.50. You know what I'm saying? Again, the supplier is the same supplier who sent me this, innit? But because they're third party, I don't know why they didn't send me their name, because they're just making patrol baits look good. Because I know this is who they bought this stuff from, or who they got this stuff from, to be able to send me this stuff. So, like I said, next time, please send your information, because if not, the original supplier gets your clout. But yeah, what else can I talk about? One thing I clocked as well, yeah, is they refined the tolerance, so it's 5.95 millimeter minus a 0.1 millimeter. So it's almost like they've done something to the BB to make it like that extra better. Very interesting. It's polished for accuracy, so that's what I was talking about earlier. You don't want something polished just for the show, because there's them old BBs I used to buy, it was just for show, whereas this is actually for that. Another thing is, depending on how the weight is distributed in the BB, again, cheap suppliers don't do it very well, so the BB's are unbalanced. This one, if you have a look on the packaging, it says balanced weight, consistent velocity. That's what you want. So simple little things to look out for. I know it sounds like I'm just going on and going on, but these things are actually important. I've seen people come and link me with bags that look like this, but say none of these things, or maybe one or two rather than all of these things. Another thing to look out always for is certifications. You see if they've been certified by somebody who you can Google and their thing looks official, probably something to go for. If they're not certified, or you go on the website of the certification and it looks a bit dodgy, yeah, probably leave them BBs alone. And I just say this just for your gun's health. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I can see the difference in the two rifles I had. Like, this one is doing its thing, and it's because I'm using quality BBs. So yeah, for the moment, guys, that is BBs 2.5s from Infinity, and that is, I have to look at the paper because the name is just so long. It's the Rip Out Dead Rag in the tanned color from Patrol Base. And we out, people.
If God is with us, who can be against us? And He promised us to be still and know that He is God and God alone. So He promised 1,000 and 10,000 shall fall by our side, and nothing of us coming our way. There was no faith, no pestilence, and also promised that there will be still. Supplying all of our needs according to His riches and glory.
Listening to that voice like that, a smile on my face, man. I'm happy that you're good, man. I could hear the smile on your face when you said that voice, man. That's what I like hearing, bro. And no, I'm happy that you're back on your feet, man. I'm happy, man. Bro, it's weird, like, but I just get it, man. And then, I just had a 2K. I still got a 2K, on and off, like, went Dennis yesterday, and just looking at my teeth, and like, oh, we don't see anything wrong with it. So I feel like there's a time where I just have to relax for the week, I don't understand. But apart from that, mentally I'm good, man. Just physically, I just feel a bit drained, a little bit run down. But apart from that, I'm good, man. Can't complain, bro. But yeah, hopefully next week, if I feel a bit better, then hopefully you can link up with me, man. I just need to rest right now.
Yeah, you're too humble, man. You're too humble. No, of course, anytime, like, you would do it for me, you know what I mean? That's what we're there for, man. But I'm glad you could have that and actually see them, and you know what I mean? Go up and see the excitement on their face, like, that's what it's about, that's what life's about, man. So, yeah, I'm gassed, like, a couple of days and I'll be back, my boy.
Funny, I had 6 times yesterday. The show, then I got home and I went straight to sleep, well tired. But yeah, it was good working with you. There's nothing that I've listened to over a couple of times. There's nothing that I'm just giving you full rein, bro. Just, yeah, let your creative air run wild. And yeah, obviously just get back to me when you can. I've sent you what I've got, music-wise, everything I've done. Actually, I think one thing on there's like, not me, is like the 1 hour. There's the thing where it's a 1 hour special or something like that. Because I just let one of my mates go there.
Time
yeah,
now, I see
anyway,
that you despise me.
I'm
still up, I call it overtime. Right to 5, I call it overtime. They don't know pain. They don't know
Again,
grind.
Trev, I'm so pleased, so happy that
They don't know
he
about
was
struggle,
actually
just to
buzzing,
read mine. Nearly lost my
and he really
mind,
did,
trying to leave street crime.
really did like it, which I knew he would anyway. I kept saying that he got such a great aura,
Right into 5, I call it overtime.
And yeah, he learnt a lot yesterday, like praising you, to be fair. You kind of made him realise how different the other person was, which I kind of knew that was going to happen, or hoped it would. Yeah, exciting actually, and that's really sweet of you. If you can, I mean, that might be a lot of work for you to try and get done for his birthday, but if you could, that would be fantastic. He would be absolutely buzzing, but obviously no pressure. And of course I won't tell him. It was really nice to see I looked a mess yesterday, and literally I put on like 4.5 stone in lockdown. So I'm not looking at my best, but I am back on it as of tomorrow. Need to start feeling good about myself. We need to hook up for some food or some cocktails or something soon. I know you're a busy man.